I like to think I figured it out. The secret to life. And all it cost me was about $500,000. Girl of my dreams. A couple near-death experiences. Family, friends, assets, property, everything. Basically had to lose everything to come to the conclusion that the best way to live life is to be absolutely ignorant and delusional. Do you know what I'm saying? I remember thinking about a buddy. I have a buddy. He's I guess you could say, I know it's cringe to say pickup artist, but he was a killer. Like, he was always good with women, right? Just, he dedicated his life to that. And we would hang out, and I didn't realize the thought process behind him being good and his success until I went out with him to Miami. And we were in Miami. I forgot the street's called, but it's in the fucking some shopping center. There's a lot of foot traffic, and I'm with him. I'm watching him approach girls, right? And like, I swear, it's like 10 approaches in a row. It's the most brutal rejections I ever see. Like, the girls are making faces like, ugh. They're calling him short. Like, I think one girl like cussed him out in Russian. And every time I ask him, like, dude, like, are you sure about, like, well, bro, like, we gotta call it a day. He's like, nah, bro. They just weren't ready for me. They weren't ready. They weren't prepared to fall in love with me, or they don't know how to handle greatness. And he was like super optimistic, and I'm just looking at him like, bro, you're fucking crazy, man. I don't see how this gonna work. And finally, after like 10 ruthless rejections, motherfucker's still going. On the 11th, he pulls this gorgeous, like stunning, like supermodel type girl, and I'm just like. Then I see him like they're holding hands. He takes her to the Airbnb, and I'm just like, my whole perception like fucking like, it planted the seed on I guess you could say, like, being delusional and optimism. Because I know when you grow up, you always hear people saying, oh, you gotta see the cup half full instead of seeing it half empty, or, you know, like, the cup is half full instead of half empty. And like, it doesn't really make sense, and like, you're like, yeah, of course, so be optimistic. But to like actually apply it in every single facet of your life, that takes work. And I'm just seeing this guy, he pulls this model, and like, I always see him like, he's always like with some hot chick, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I still don't even know how to tie my shoes, and you're over here with like, what the fuck? Then I started adopting that, right? I started going out, and I'm just like, fuck it, let me just try it, right? And again, getting rejected. The ball starts rolling, right? Boom. I'm pulling celebrities now. That's I'll talk about it another time. But I pull a celebrity. I pull this girl. I'm pulling that one. I'm like, whoa, shit. And it all comes from not giving a fuck. Like, to be optimistic is to not to give a single fuck. Is to like stare the darkness in the face and just be like, who gives a fuck? And I'm just looking at that, and it's like, it's fucking powerful, right? And on the other hand, I have another buddy. He's awful at social interactions, right? And it all stems because when he was a kid, they used to bully him because he had a lisp. And I think someone bullied him. I don't fucking know the story. It was something like that. He had a lisp, and someone like made a comment about it, and then he felt embarrassed every time he talked. And every interaction he would just think, he would reinforce that idea of like, oh, I have a lisp, I shouldn't talk. And he did it for over 15 years, and now he's like, in social interaction, he doesn't know how to talk, bro. It's like, he just doesn't know how to talk, and that's because he keeps reinforcing, like, he keeps looking at things that cup half empty. And I'm just looking at how his life plays out, and I'm just like, oh, dude, you need to be delusional, bro. And I'm just looking at this shit. I'm just like, bro. Like, a lot of people go through life unconscious. Like, they don't know what the fuck they're feeding it. Like, they don't realize what they're feeding it is gonna impact their life on a very large scale, and it's gonna pay dividends and multiply over years. So if you're just feeding it negative thoughts, your life your life is going to hell, bro. But you're just feeding it positive. You're just gonna, if all you do is reinforce positive thoughts, you're gonna eventually accidentally end up winning, right? And I'm looking at my life. Like a couple years ago, I made a shit ton of money off GameStop and AMC, and that shit was off pure delusion. Like it was pure insanity. Like I kept thinking to myself, I'm gonna make a shit ton of money. It's gonna happen instantly. It's gonna happen fast. And I'm just scanning the computer. Then I see Wall Street bets. They talk about GameStop, and then I have this gut feeling. I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna max out my credit cards and throw it all on AMC. Next thing you know, I make over 6 figures. And I'm like, holy shit. I literally just made money off being delusional. But keep in mind, I wasn't doing it on purpose. I was still living a very unconscious life. And that's the same way I ended up losing money. Cause cause I just started going crazy, you know. I wasn't aware, and I was just spending money, you know, partying, traveling the world, fucking chicks, and eventually lost it all. And had a feeling I was gonna lose it all, but I don't know, for what reason I didn't give a fuck. Where the fuck was I going with? But anyways, I do think the secret of life is to be just be stupidly delusional, and just don't accept anyone who doesn't fall within that frame, that isn't helping you feed positive thoughts. Just cut them off, and you can't avoid them. If you're living with your parents, they're just fucking negative people. You gotta look at it as running with weights. You know, don't resent your parents. Look at them, be grateful for them. Because you gotta trick your brain, you know. He'd be like, oh dude, I'm so grateful they're awful because it's just gonna make me a better person, type shit, you know. The point is being, just become very aware. I don't really know where I'm going with this because I just put a record on my camera and I'm just ranting. But I put a lot of effort into my thoughts as of the last 6 months. Well, it's the last year, because that's the fucking craziest shit happened, bro. Within a year, I think I lost everything. I blew over 300K. I started an OnlyFans agency. Almost got me killed. And then I think I lost this one. I lost a lot of good people, not to death, but just because me being a fucking idiot. And now I'm just looking at it I'm bro, I literally have what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have another set. I have 7 notebooks of me just writing down my thoughts and just becoming very, very, I guess, hyper aware of everything that's going on within my brain, because it's the subconscious mind is very powerful, and it's I'm surprised we don't really get taught this in school at all, because I think it should be the #1 priority, and it's just pure insanity. Anyways, that's my fucking TED talk. Be delusional, be optimistic, and hyper aware of your thoughts, and just be very careful what you feed it. If you're dealing with insecurities, or you feel fear or shame, it's because you're gay and you're having gay thoughts. All right. I don't know if I'll upload it. I don't care.